Rome 2000 years ago, Africa about an hour ago.
Bruh, look at this dude.
First of all, I'm sorry to let you know that historically, the lower class in ancient Africa and Europe alike have always dwelt in huts. Whenever you see any movie where before industrialization, Europeans were living in brick houses, it means they were rich. Secondly, if you are as smart as you claim to be, you'd know that mud houses were made for natural air conditioning. It's hot in Africa. The mud and the straw walls were designed to keep the inside cool all day long and warm when it was cold, while your brick house in the sun would have been like an oven. And we didn't just place mud like you'll always assume. We had brick structures made out of mud, obviously, wood houses with designs like cottages, and even stone structures in the less hot parts of Africa, which you can see in the ruins of Great Zimbabwe. Don't even get me started on the Great Wall of Benin, which is unfortunately ruined by the British, and the Great Mosque of Djenne, among other beautiful grand architecture that African tribes always built. Thirdly, this desperation to portray Africa as a primitive continent until Europeans arrived is gross ignorance. Now, keep in mind that Africa is a continent with thousands of tribes, so I speak for all of us right now when I say we had everything a civilization has. We had cities with markets and irrigation. We made lifelike bronze sculptures and casting like in the Ife and Benin kingdoms. We had organized states with palaces and courts like the Great Zimbabwe, the Mapungubwe, the Benin, and centralized authority with a little rule. Heck, we even still had democratic states like the Igbo ethnic group, which I proudly belong to, that were largely decentralized and republican in nature. We traded across oceans and deserts, exporting gold, ivory, and goods to Asia and North Africa long before they arrived. We produced complex terracotta and metal work like in the Igbo Oko and Nok cultures, tools that we used for farming, weaponry, warfare, art, kitchenware, and so on. We even had writings, calendars, we fought wars, we had weapons. What didn't we do? Now, my fourth and last point is that this negative cherry picking, or should I call it poison picking, is funny because racists will never show you this side of Africa when trying to prove their worthless points. And that's sort of the problem. I could as well post photographs of, in their words, primitive looking places in the global north and nobody would believe. Why? Because of propaganda. The whole world, including Africans themselves, has been engineered to believe that Africa is some primitive, poor, broken wasteland that depends on the West constantly for survival. But I think we need to remember that racism is taught. Africa is always being exploited and we all bleed red. I'm Derek and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.